Hey crypto fam, it's John here with Crypto Compassion. Hey, in today's video, I'm going to be talking about 3 of the top performing cryptos in 2022. And as a promise, if I keep saying you guys, I'm going to put $1 in the jar. But let's hop on my computer and I want to show you why I think these 3 top cryptos will perform the best in 2022. Let's get it, you. Let's get it, guy. Let's go. Hey crypto fam, it's John here, Crypto Compassion, and we're going to be talking about the top 3 cryptos of 2022. And as a promise, if I say that G word, I'll throw it in the cookie jar. That being the case, I think it's a dead giveaway of one of the cryptos I believe is going to be the #1 crypto of 2022. And 2 of the cryptos that I'll be talking about have not even launched yet. That being the case, here it is, May 2022. And that one crypto is the Pulsechain. Let's hop into my computer here and let's talk about it. Here we are. What is the Pulsechain? And really, back it up. I want to say that this is an outreach to those that are in the Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Avalanche, Solana, all these communities. Really, the 3 cryptos that I have major conviction over is because I believe they will perform. So this is not a FUD on any of your projects. This is what I believe. When you look back at the end of the year, you will see that these cryptos, I believe, not financial advice, will perform greatly. So the first one is Pulsechain. What is Pulsechain? Pulsechain is a fork of Ethereum. What's the major difference though? Well, Ethereum's proof of work. Pulsechain is going to be proof of stake. Now, if you've ever interacted on Ethereum and you've done any type of trading, you understand that gas fees suck. Pulsechain is going to be sub pennies to transact. It's also going to be around 3 seconds in block times. We understand that Ethereum is around 13 seconds. So if you like waiting for your transactions to go through and spending a lot of money for them to go through, stay on Ethereum. Otherwise, what's another major difference? Well, Pulsechain is not just forking the Ethereum code, it's also forking the entire system state. What does that mean? It means it's forking every cryptocurrency that's built on Ethereum and it's bringing it over to the Pulsechain. Now, if we look at the averages of what layer ones being like Ethereum, Cardano, Binance BNB, Avalanche, Solana, if we look at the average of what they did from the beginning of the year to the end of the year, I think the average is about 600x. So that being the case, Pulsechain hasn't even launched as of May 22, and we believe it's going to launch soon. Now, there was a sacrifice or an initial investment period back in July of 2021, but if you take a look again at the history of what layer ones have done, we understand that Ethereum launched around 31 cents. I don't think anyone's going to be complaining or saying, oh yeah, I got into Ethereum around $5. You're still early. And here it is. I believe that Pulsechain, my #1 crypto for 2022, will be the Pulsechain. And I believe that many people in these other communities, if you understand the dynamics of what Pulsechain can do, you're still early. Now, if you take a look at what Ethereum is, we're going to go over here, you guys. Here it is, Ethereum. Told you if I say the G word. Here it is, Ethereum, and we have Uniswap. Uniswap is built on Ethereum. If you look at the base layer of what a layer 1 is, it allows developers to build on top of it as far as smart contracts. So you have SHIB, you have Chainlink, you have Uniswap. Well, the major difference is Uniswap is the decentralized exchange, the DEX, built on Ethereum. Now, we have other ones such as Binance that has Pancake Swap, and then you also have Cardano right here that has Sunday Swap, and those are the DEXs that are built on these layer 1s. Now, some people are familiar with the centralized exchanges such as Coinbase or Binance.us or Kraken or Gemini, but I use a digital wallet called MetaMask. Now what that does is it allows you to interact with some of these other smart contracts such as Uniswap or PancakeSwap or the other ones. But that being the case, the number 2 crypto that I believe will be the number 2 performing crypto of 22 is PulseX, and it's going to be the decentralized exchange built on the Pulsechain. That being the case, you can see that PulseX is looking very clean. There's a lot of different functionalities that allow you to do many things where you can exchange maybe some Pulse for some, let's go on down here, maybe some USDC. So there's a lot of different options, and if we look again at what the history of DEX is and what they have done throughout history, we understand that they also have a major increase as far as their potential as far as X's go. And so I believe PulseX is going to do quite well. Now there's a lot of tokenomics that PulseX allows and does different from other DEXs on these platforms. One, PulseX is going to be deflationary, and 2, there's going to be a buy and burn function within PulseX, which is going to increase the value of PulseX as it gets used on a daily basis. I won't say you. Alright, let's move on. That being the case, that is my number 2 crypto of 2022. Now we understand Bitcoin was the number 1 crypto, and it came out and it was the first crypto of all time, and it had many different narratives going for it. First it was peer-to-peer, and that epically failed. Very expensive, very slow, and it just doesn't function that well. Well, back in 2019, when the founder of Hex, Richard Hart, whether you like him or not, very controversial in many circles, he created Hex, and Hex did quite well. Hex did so well from the very beginning to under 2 years, it did a 10,000x. So $1 in, $10,000 out. Now, if you look at some of the investments of the initial investments into PulseX and Pulsechain, you can see that there was $550 million invested in the PulseX from Hex holders. Now, if you take a look here at my next slide, that's basically going to be showing the average stake length of a Hex holder is 6.5 years. So that being the case, if you invested into Pulsechain and PulseX and it came from holders of Hex, this 6.5 years shows that you have individuals that are willing to lock up their money for 6.5 years. So we know that you lock up your money and you don't sell and you have diamond fisted hands, that means that Pulsechain and PulseX have a very, very good chance that price will go up. You have a mature group of individuals that know how to hold and not sell. That being the case, if you're outside of this ecosystem and you're watching this video, you must understand that whether you like Richard Hart or Hex or not, you have to look at the opportunity for performance and know that Pulsechain and PulseX will do quite well. But my number 3 crypto is Hex, because Hex is built on Ethereum, but it's also going to be forked over to the Pulsechain, and they're probably going to perform lockstep, I believe, but there's a good chance that Hex on Pulsechain could perform very, very good because the gas fees are going to be very cheap. That being the case, I believe that Hex will do quite well because now those investors that are invested in Hex are going to have 2 other cryptos performing great for them, so they're going to be less advantageous to take profits from Hex, meaning they won't sell their Hex to live off because they're going to have other platforms that are going to create other passive residual incomes for them. That being the case, I believe the price of Hex will perform great in 2022. I encourage you guys to take a good look at these 3 cryptos going forward in 2022. Obviously Hex is already out, but the fork of Hex is not on the Pulsechain yet. We believe Pulsechain and PulseX, they'll launch at the same time. We believe both of them will be launching around mid-May, at least probably in May, and that means you'll be able to get Hex on Ethereum and on the Pulsechain. I believe these cryptos are going to be the top 3 performing cryptos of 2022. Not financial advice, but I encourage you, if you're outside of the ecosystem, I encourage you to take a hard look at what's going to perform great. Obviously, a layer 1, it's going to perform probably great from the initial set to the end of the year. The other one is a DEX, a decentralized exchange. History says that DEXs do quite well, and none of them have the tokenomics like PulseX. Deflationary and a buy and burn. With every transaction, a percentage of the buy and burn goes towards burning the token, you guys. That being the case, I encourage you people to look into these 3 top cryptos going forward. Hey, thank you for watching this video. Here's the outro. Hey crypto fam, thanks for watching the top 3 performing cryptos of 2022. We have so much to look forward in this ecosystem, you guys. Hey, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. Also, if you want to see more of this content, please subscribe. Also, please leave a comment. I always try to get back in touch with those that leave comments. Also, if this would benefit anybody in the ecosystem, please share the video. Let's get it. Crypto Compassion. Thanks for watching.